of the big questions circulating in the coaching industry right now is whether coaching will still be relevant in 2026 and beyond. With the advent of AI, is there actually a future for coaching? That's a really big question. And with the sophistication of AI tools and the advancing sophistication of them, there are many people who are already saying, no, there's no real future for this industry. But I beg to differ, and in this video, that's what I really want to talk about. What is that thing that's going to make certain types of coaching flourish in the future and other types of coaching fall to the wayside just because of what AI is capable of doing? Hi, I'm Leon VanderPol, and this is the Deep Coach channel, where we love to talk about all things related to the grand human journey of awakening and transformation. And this is for all of those who are interested in deep transformational work, how we really support human beings to grow into their highest nature. Now, this question of AI and the relevancy of coaching is a big one. The industry itself is not very old. It really took root in the 80s and 90s. We've seen a couple of decades of real flourishing around the world. It still continues to grow, but the writing, in a sense, is already on the wall, where people are asking, is this industry kind of doomed because of what AI can do? And it's a really good question for us to be exploring. What many people don't really yet understand is that there are some very different forms of coaching out there. And this video, I just want to talk about two of those forms. One which really, if you're practicing it, you can begin to see the writing on the wall. It doesn't have much of a future. And the other form really does have a future. Now, the form that I'm seeing as not having a future is what we could call transactional coaching. Now, transactional coaching is very much a cognition or cognitive-based, intellect-based form of coaching, with the aim of moving you from point A to point B as expediently and quickly as possible. It's very much used for things like performance improvement, to get better at something, to grow or change in some incremental ways, or, and this is primarily it, to attain goals that are desired to be attained. The vast majority of coaches are trained in transactional coaching. It's kind of a foundational skill set. So all coaches really do need to understand it. But not all coaches really understand that there are some very different forms of coaching out there that go much deeper into the human being and that have greater relevancy over the long term because they can do things that AI cannot necessarily do. So transactional coaching, and why it's at risk in the age of AI, is very fast, it's expedient, it's, as I said, intellect, cognitive based. So you're really learning to think differently about your life and then take action to do things differently. And if you've ever had a conversation in an AI space around your life in that way, you'll notice it can ask endlessly pertinent questions, and it can certainly shape your thinking towards new possibilities and even encourage you to take action in some new directions. So if you're a practitioner of transformational coaching, and as I said, the vast majority of people really are, then there is at real risk that this AI systematic work can do what you're already doing. The question is, then, what remains? Where are the opportunities for us as coaches, and how do we really ensure the relevancy of this work into the future? I realize I might sound a little biased for saying this, as I am the director of the Center for Transformational Coaching, but the truth is the kind of coaching that's going to have relevancy into the future is transformational coaching. And by extension, you could say spiritual coaching or spirit-based coaching approaches. And the reason for this is very simple. Transformational work at its core is about helping people dive into the deepest part of themselves, to become aware of themselves at an essential nature, to become aware of capacities of being that are not necessarily touched upon at all in transactional spaces, and to begin to know themselves in this way. There's a big component of learning to work with consciousness in transformational work. Now, here's the interesting thing about AI. AI can talk about consciousness, but AI is not conscious. Just like AI can speak about love, but AI does not necessarily yet know love. It's just that analogy of the AI systems can describe the moon brilliantly in all its features, but AI has never seen the moon. So when we think about what deep transformational work entails, it very much requires people to be able to be held in relational spaces. Now, there's something about going deep within yourself in the presence of another human being who is able to create an energetic container of possibility for you in which you're able to really go to the edges of your very existence and to be held in that. That is something that AI cannot do. It cannot hold a space for another human being, particularly one that is born of the heart's intelligence and the heart's consciousness. What we're seeing in our society and world more and more is a people's sense of isolation from each other. If coaching, and by extension facilitated spaces in which coaching or transformational work is done, which bring groups of people together, is done in a way in which people can truly begin to relate to each other, can begin to sense the quality of being, to sense the soul, to sense the heart, they start to come alive in themselves. And it doesn't necessarily require this highly intellectual approach of what are those questions that need to be asked so that you can make surface level change, reframe your perspective, and begin to take the kind of actions that take you to goals that you want to have happen in your life. I'm not saying there's no relevancy in life for that form of coaching, but I am saying AI can do that work. What AI cannot do is create a relational space born of the heart, and to be able to hold other people in that as they explore their life. And that includes exploring some of their deepest pain, deepest hurts, greatest shadows, and doing healing work that enables them to move beyond those aspects of themselves. This truly is the advantage of transformational coaching, one that will be enduring into the future for a very long, long time. It's the aspect of the coaching work that takes people into higher possibilities, but isn't reliant on the intellect and cognition to take us there. It relies on consciousness and expanding fields of awareness born of higher states of consciousness. And as we tap into those higher states within ourselves, we're able to invite people into those spaces with us where they too can begin to sense possibilities. You could even say paradigms of possibilities that lie beyond whatever they have experienced before. And as they touch that, as people connect with that, they will naturally begin to take actions towards things that are meaningful for themselves. So in essence, in a world of machine intelligence, human presence becomes the greatest gift. The human presence that can create sacred spaces and sacred experiences, the human presence that can truly uplift and energize people into whole new paradigms of thought, the presence that can help heal, the presence that helps connect, that helps integrate us, that helps us share and work together to collaborate. That presence is not what AI can yet do and may never be able to do. We don't yet know. But I sure have to say this, if you are interested in really learning a coaching approach that is going to take you into the future and have relevancy, particularly in this time, where we can see our societies and our institutions and our systems going through a real transformation, where so much is beginning to collapse and fall apart, and this arising of anxiety and the uncertainty of what all of this is going to mean for us, the coach that can hold those spaces and create really deep relational spaces for other people is going to have relevancy. In fact, I'd say that this is a kind of leadership that is needed beyond many, many forms of leadership today. It is the opportunity to really support so many people to become more grounded, to become more authentic, to become more connected, to become more real, to become more vibrant. And it's all done because of the qualities of our humanness that machine intelligence does not yet really possess. So give that some thought. Love to hear your thoughts and comments below on this because I know it's a big question, so feel free to do that. Also, if you've enjoyed this, do hit subscribe and you can watch more videos coming up on these wonderful questions of transformational work and how we help the world to really grow and expand into new possibilities for us all.